strategic reasons, and I think the most important is retention of staff. So I measured staff retention. I'm talking about clinical staff, not
Yeah.
support staff. I know that sounds simple, but the longer you hold on to good people, the easier it gets. I mean, that's as simple. A lot of the problems we have with our businesses are because we keep losing people as they just build up their database. And so for me, that was the most important one that I spent the most time on. The second one, I'll just give you a second one, which is easier and like is more a day-to-day measure for me was what we called ESD, early self-discharge, which is cancellations, but it's cancellations where a client cancels not to rebook, not because one of the things I've learned from presenting a lot of papers on cancellations and presenting at conferences is everybody defines cancellations different. What I'm not talking about is somebody's cancelled today, what's on a Monday, and rebooking for Thursday or next Monday. That's not a cancellation in my mind. That's just a rebooking. So it's basically where you fail is when a client is dissatisfied with your care, expectations are unmet, you didn't build a therapeutic alliance. That's the stuff that matters the most to me. So that, to me, is the most important metric for day to day. But as I said, more strategically, it's retention of staff. So if a patient's dissatisfied, ask great open questions so you know before they leave the room whether their needs were met. That is when you've got a chance to rectify. Once they've left, most of them don't come back. I think the thing is, just ask great questions, during the consult. You know, how do you feel you're going? It's a pretty important question, but it's pretty simple. How do you feel you're going with your neck? You know, leave clients that then are going to be forced to then answer it. And you pick up on that before they've already checked out.